This video walks through the steps of making the front unit of the Tech Organizer bag pattern. And we're going to start by, we've got the pieces for the exterior front and then the interior front. And we're going to add the zipper first. And we're going to just place this with the right sides together so the zipper pull is facing down, and clip that on. And then sew that onto the lower edge of the upper exterior front. Okay, I have sewn that on to the top edge of the zipper, and then I flipped it up, and you want to press that nice and flat. And then we're going to sew the lower exterior onto this unit, and we're just going to flip that up and clip it. You want to make sure that you are aligning the edges, and just clip it on there. And we'll stitch that seam. Check both sides, make sure this side is aligned as well. I'm going to go ahead and stitch that seam. Alright, I've stitched the bottom seam then, so it is now attached to the bottom of the zipper. And then you want to fold that down and press it into place. And then we're going to go ahead and add the interior, upper interior, and lower interior front. So we're just going to fold this down. And my interior is not directional, but if you do have directional fabric on your interior, make sure you're paying attention to the way that you are attaching it. I'm going to go ahead and clip this in place, but this would flip up. So you just want to make sure that you're paying attention to the direction of the fabric if that's an issue. Ahead. Again, you want to make sure you're aligning the side edges. Then we're going to go ahead and stitch this seam, and you can just stitch right over the existing stitching. Only this time we're going to attach the interior, upper interior. Alright, I've gone ahead and stitched that seam, and we're going to flip that up and press it. You can flip the other side and press them together so it's all laying flat. So here we have the front, and this is the interior. Then we're just going to flip that up like that, and we're going to attach our interior front piece. We're just going to align it, again aligning the sides. We've got the zipper in between the layers of the front and back. So just to show you what I've done here, I've got the two layers together for the upper, and now we're doing the lower interior and exterior. And the exterior piece is already attached, so we are just attaching the interior, and we're going to stitch right over the existing stitching. Okay, I've gone ahead and stitched this lower interior piece to the zipper, and then you want to bring that back down, and then you want to give it a good pressing, which I've done already. So then you've got your front unit. Now we're going to go ahead and top stitch on the upper and lower parts of the zipper. Okay, I've gone ahead and stitched above and below the zipper through all layers. And now we're going to stitch across the edges here, and then on this side you want to bring that zipper pull in into the fabric area, and then you're going to stitch this down too, and then you can go ahead and clip off the sides of the zipper. Okay, I've stitched across here and here. Go ahead and clip off the extra zipper. both sides here. All right, now we have our bag. And the last thing we need to do as part of the section is to go ahead and trim this bag to 7.5 inches. So I'm going to open up the zipper and lay on my ruler here, and I want it to be 7.5 inches tall. So I'm going to trim that off the bottom edge. And because the zipper's there, I'll trim most of it and then move the zipper down and trim the other half of it. We'll go ahead and close that, and then I can trim off the last little bit here. That way. Okay, so now it's 7.5 inches tall, and we can go ahead and add on the key ring tab. Next, we're going to add the key ring tab, which is step 3, up to the front unit. So I've got the piece that's 2x2, and we're going to fold it down and stitch right along the edge there. Okay, I've gone ahead and stitched that with a 1/4 inch seam, and then we're going to press this open. So we're going to press it on both sides. Press this side up, and then the back side the other direction, like that. Okay, gone ahead and press that, and then we're going to take and turn this right side out. So I've got a safety pin here to assist with that. I'm just going to clip it to one side and run that through the middle. That will allow me to turn it out very easily. Okay, so here we go. I get this turned out. Okay, we're going to take that seam that we stitched, and we're going to center that on the back side and give it a good press. Going ahead and giving it a good press, and then we're going to edge stitch along both sides of the unit here. Okay, I've gone ahead and stitched on both sides of that. That just gives it a nice finished look. Then I'm going to fold it in half and meet those raw edges. And you can go ahead and add the split ring now if you want to. I just prefer to have a little less bulk, so I wait. And this is just going to go right here over, centered over that zipper. And then we'll just attach it here with, I don't know what I said, 1/4 inch or scant 1/4 inch. Yeah, 1/4 inch will take care of that. So go ahead and stitch that down. Okay, I've gone ahead and stitched that down, and that is our completed front unit. So we've got the upper and lower exterior, we've got a keyring clip on here, or keyring tab, sorry, and then the interior front.